Hey guys, it's Midnight bringing you another Fortnite tips and tricks video. But before we get into it, I would like to give a huge thank you to all the people that have subscribed to me in the past week. The support has been amazing and I really appreciate it. Please leave in the comments whether you want more videos like this, montages, or live gameplays like I did yesterday, because it's all up to you guys and what makes you excited to watch my videos. Now enough rambling, let's get into the gameplay. So for today's video, I was thinking that I could give you another how to win, because I haven't done one in Season 7 and there are many changes that have occurred. Some of the changes include getting health per kill, harvesting more mats, and having a lower mat count. In my opinion, the changes have improved the game a ton. Thank you, Apex. And make it easier for a faster paced gameplay because you don't have to spend time healing. As you can see, I land in Mexico, one of my favorite places alongside Viking Village, which I'll get into my next video. But the reason Mexico is such a good drop location, at least for me, is because it's like a labyrinth that you can get around and hide really well. If you're low on health, you can get away and usually lure the person fighting you into another person. Then you could come in third party, most likely getting both of the kills. Another reason it is so good is the mobility that you have around you. Usually there's a quad crasher, which you can fly, or you can go down the mountain and take some rifts. There's also a huge network of zip lines that can lead you to a plane spawn or paradise rifts. The versatility is extremely necessary for getting high kill games. And here's an example of what I was talking about. After I killed that guy, I was pretty low on health, and I heard more people coming, so I ran away, and that guy that was coming ended up fighting the other guy that was around me, and he killed him unfortunately, so I didn't get the extra kill, but I got away pretty easily, and now I know this guy is pretty weak. After I killed him, I used the zip lines that I talked about and started to head over to Paradise when I saw another on a different zip line. He surprisingly hadn't seen me yet, so I started to take shots and ended up hitting him about 5 times. If possible, you always want to take the first shot. That 30, 40, or in my case 120 can mean the difference in a fight. So right here, I know that he is medding because he's not peeking to shoot me out, so I start to ramp up to him. I don't have any gliders, so it's risky, but in a sense, I was bluffing him into thinking I did have redeploy. A risky bluff, but it ended up paying off. After I jump on the zip line, he doesn't start to shoot me, but starts to build platforms. This not only allowed me to hit a nice flick shot on him, but also almost guarantees that I win the fight, because like I said, having the first damage on an opponent is game-changing. My assumptions were correct, he had medded, and unfortunately it was a chug jug, but no matter because I was able to clean him up anyways. Really the best tip I can give you for getting high kill games is to rotate into the salty, dusty, tilted triangle mid-game. Because of the rotation of the map, that spot is always in the first ring, and so people land there a lot. I end up fighting 2 guys here, one I hit with a pretty clean no-scope, and the other third parties. In my video yesterday, the title was Fortnite is Changing, and I used lots of turtling during the gameplay. Turtling is especially effective now because there are more good players. The key with turtling is to know which builds are yours and which are not, so you can proceed to plan ahead when fighting. Editing skills are very important in Fortnite, and if yours are not competent, then you should try out an edit course. You can get codes for them on YouTube, and they help a ton. When fighting against multiple players, you always want to focus on the person with the advantage, because they appear more of a threat, and if you can clear them up, the second fight won't be as hard, and you'll have less health, so it'll be necessary. And so I focus on that guy, and I light him up, so I'm pushing really quickly. But unfortunately, I get sniped in the back while going for this guy. So I have to clean this fight up quick. And this is the part where my turtling part comes in. See how I put a roof above my head, and I'm ready to edit around. And so I box up here, and I get around. And I know this wall that he goes behind is mine, so I just have an easy hit on him. And so after I kill him, the other guy's pushing me because he sniped him. But because of the new change in Fortnite and how I get health after a kill, I'm actually not that weak. And because of my edits, I'm able to get around and get an angle on him that he never knew I had. The changes in Fortnite and having good editing skills and all this is necessary now to play Fortnite at a higher skill level. And so right now, I end up not seeing another person until 10 other people die. But I finally see this guy, so I start shooting at him. He doesn't seem the most skilled player, so I start to ramp up. But have you guys ever got the glitch where your ramp randomly rotates sideways? Because that's what happened to me here. And so my ramp's rotated sideways, and I lose high ground from him. But he's not that good of a player, so I can take it back easily. And I just know I don't want to take a ton of damage. You don't want to take risks with bad players because you don't want to take extra damage. But as you can see there, I hit a clean edit. That's an edit that I do a lot, and it's really effective when you ramp over someone and then switch the direction of the ramp so you can pump them in the face. And so now I know there's extra people here because he was fighting someone down below the hill, and I know there's going to be a lot of people drawn to this huge build battle and all this noise of shooting. And so I have to clean this fight up quick so I don't get third-partied. And I didn't see that guy, but he made a pretty nice jump play. Luckily, he didn't hit it. And right there, I got the 44 initial damage that you always want to get. You always want to have the first damage, like I said earlier. And he starts to go out. He does not seem like a good player at all. So I don't want to take any damage from him. I'm ramping up here because I thought I heard him going that way. But he's just staying around the bottom. And I hear another guy coming, so I know I have to finish this fight really quick. And when he ramps up, I just hit him a nice 374 snipe to the head. And as I suspected, there were more people here. One guy in particular, and he was actually pretty good at the game, not like the first two. And I didn't know that. I was expecting to run into a full lobby of bots. I only hear him, but I can't see him. And then once I get to here, I hear him ramping this way, and then I hear him box up. So I'm trying to get an angle on him, and I drop down to the side, and I try and shoot him with my pump. I heavy sniper my wall and try and pump him, but I miss my pump. I only end up doing 32 damage to him, and he does a lot more. And I know this guy's serious, so I back off and start turtling, like I did earlier. And part of the fight I didn't show, I edited a window, and I pumped him through it for about 60 damage. And right here I hit a clean edit, but I end up missing my pump shot, unfortunately. But he gets high ground again. I didn't really go for high ground because my turtling strategy was working pretty well that game. But this guy, he's just camping above me. He's trying to get into my base. So I have this thing where I edit a door. Soon I'll edit a door in between these things, and I'll camp right under the door so I can go either way right here. I could go either way depending where he sprays the thing down. But I end up just pickaxing out, and he has no clue where I am because I crouch walk, make it quieter, and then I jump and hit him for a clean 110, and I know he's scared now. So I take out my AR, and I start spraying inside his base. He went for a pickaxe play on me, but that was not a good decision by him. I was actually 2-tap from a pickaxe at 30 health. And this end game wasn't very exciting. I put it in my montage. I had a pretty nice snipe. And so I'm just going to montage over this. I'm going to play some music in the background. It's pretty self-explanatory. I didn't run into the best players while playing this game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace. Thank you.
Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts, cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody will drain my energy, and I will never stop. I'm motivated by enemies, setting up shop so everybody remember me. And now I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy. I'm getting ill-gotten souls, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fall. I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she holding shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rocking on. So let me break it off. going till I'm done. No, I'm never slowing down. I carve words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section, and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected, and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession, taking action and progressing. I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing.